Just 2 weeks of racing remain at Woodbine this year, this meet. So we have to take advantage of the great racing up there at Woodbine with just 8 days of racing that remain. Looking forward to diving into the Thursday, December 7th early pick 5 sequence using these daily racing form past performances. Right now, you can actually get free all access past performances. That means you can bounce back and forth from classic style, formulator style. Those are the ones that I look at where you can use the chart. You can click on the chart. You can click on the race and they'll show you the replay. You can click on the pedigree information. All of that stuff is just one click away for you. And then they also have the Timeform US past performances. Those are all encompassed in the free all access PPs. You can get those when you sign up for a DRF Bets account. And when you sign up for that DRF Bets account, you'll want to deposit $200 and use the promo code STAKES. They'll give you an immediate $200 match deposit bonus, and then they'll give you 10 of these free cards, like a free daily racing form for one track, 10 of them right off the bat. Following that, every time you bet $50, you will get another credit for past performances. So the more you wager, you won't have to be spending a whole lot on past performances. Let's get to race number 2. Remember that pick 5 starts in a race 2. There's a $50,000 guarantee in the pool on Thursday and Friday this week. Then it bumps up to $100,000 on Saturday and Sunday. You can also play for just a 20-cent based wager. So my approach in this pick 5, there's going to be one favorite in the sequence that I'm going to single that I think will be a short price, and I'm very confident will run well. And then I'm going to take a swing against another favorite that I think will be a really short price that's got some name recognition. Let's go through the sequence. Race number 2. This is a really difficult maiden claiming race where you have like a horse like the 6 Mucho Mystique. I like this filly. Last week, she's wheeling back quickly. She's kind of disappointing in her last start, but she's going to add the blinkers. She got caught sort of in between and shuffled back. She ran in spots. She ran evenly. She's in the mix here. The 5 standing strong. I definitely want to include this filly. She should be close up early in here by default. She's stretching out from 2 sprints to a route. There is not all that much early speed in here. And I think she could just end up close to the lead. So I have to throw her in at a big, big price because I could see her taking this field a long way or just getting brave out front if no one else wants to go and get aggressive. So 5 and 6 in the mix for me, no doubt. The 4, Barefoot Souvent, who made an early move last time out, got a little tired, was a clear-cut second that day, I think is a player in there, in here. The 1, Sloan Sky, this is another horse who I could see being more forwardly placed, stretching out of sprint races. So 1, 4, 5, 6, I need. Probably also the 2, Almani Princess, if you wanted to go a little bit deeper. I put them in the order of 5, 6, 4, 1, and then 2 with Almani Princess. How deep do you want to go? That depends. I rank them in the order of how I feel most confident. And the 5, 6 would be the 2 that I really need in all exotics. Move into race number 3. 7 furlongs. I'm going to use the 6, and we'll go right back to Ghostly Perfection, a horse who I played, again, just last week. Let's take a look at Ghostly Perfection's most recent race on November the 30th. And we're watching the number 9 on the video here. So this was her first start with the blinkers. They put the blinkers on because they were hoping that she could get a little more forwardly placed. That wasn't the case, and I just don't think she has a whole lot of early speed. You can see it's not like she was really slow, but there were 5 or 6 others who are just faster than her, so she has to kind of work her way back towards the back of the pack. She's sitting, 10th in this field of 11, and she's at the back of that early group. There's only 1 horse behind her. She's about 7, 8 lengths off of it, and she kind of ends up getting caught, you can see, down inside. So she's inside of horses instead of being on the outside of horses. And when she starts to want to move up into contention, she doesn't have a whole lot of room. She has to shift out. See right here, she's moving in through traffic and she's got to sort of wait. And then she kind of shifts around. She's still sort of looking around for room down there. She's got the yellow cap. Now she's in between horses. And at the top of the lane, she's going to sort of move to the outside. And she closes really well here. And look at the difference between where she finishes in second, right? It's not that much of a difference between where she is and second. But because she finished 5th in this race, it just looks a lot worse on paper. Now she's going to actually get a full extra furlong to work with. 7 furlongs just might be perfect for this filly who may have just needed a little more distance all along. I like her quite a bit. The number 6, Ghostly Perfection. I'm going to be using the 5 also, Mardine. This is a horse to beat, dropping in class. Mardine is a horse I hate playing in like 0 for 16 template type horses, right? But she fits with this group. She really does. We actually saw a little bit of the 7, All for Honor, who was also in that race with Ghostly Perfection, had to move down to the inside and was kind of sneaky there too. There's something here with the 7, All for Honor. I want to throw this one in the mix as well. I've seen this horse run in spots. So 6, 5, 7, 4, Mo Tough, coming into a new barn, also has some upside. I think fits really well in here. 6, 5, 4, or 6, 5, 7, 4. And then you want to go a little bit deeper. Obviously, the 2 is a player, Mason's Music, but I actually like others a bit more in this spot. But, depending on how you want to, put together your ticket. Let's look at race number 3. Move to race number 4. Who is going to get the lead in this race? It just does not look like there's very much early speed on paper. I think you have to use the 1 with the inside draw because she could just get a really nice trip. She was very good when she cut back the 7 furlongs last time out. The 10 has to be in the mix for me too, along with the 9. So these 2 outside horses, I can actually see Wicked Mia being a lot closer in this race than she was in her last, because there's just not that much early speed. She's drawn outside. I think they get aggressive with her and try to get her in the race early. So the 10's in the mix. The 9, Lip Lock, who we've seen kind of sit a more forwardly placed trip. And I think if you can eliminate that last race, we can get to Lip Lock. 9, 10, 1, and 7 are the 4 that I'm looking at in this spot. Endorphin Rush would be the other. So, really difficult pick 5 sequence so far leading into race number 5. This is where I'm going to have my single in here. It's a 6.5 furlong race. It's a first level allowance race. And I just think the 6 horse Dresden Row is very well spotted. All 3 of his races have been good. His career debut came on the turf. He finished behind a horse named Babbo. Babbo has now won 3 races in a row, just won a stakes race back on November the 25th at 5-1. You also have a finish behind, or that was the race that Dresden Row won. I wanted to look at the race on October the 15th, the chart in this race when he finished 3rd. The winner, Midnight Mascot, came back and ran against Grade 3 Company, and then following that was 2nd in a stakes race. The runner-up, Competitive Touch, came back and won a maiden special weight race in their next start. So we're looking at these races that Dresden Row comes out of. They've been really, really strong. Dresden Row is the horse who I'm going to single in the pick 5. This will be the chalk in this race. And I'm going to single because in the next race, I want to take a shot against Messier. Messier, who we remember from the Kentucky Derby. Messier was only 7-1 when running in the Kentucky Derby. And he has not won a race since back in February of 2022. And Messier has tried a few different things. He's now in a new barn. He's going to try the synthetic. I think he's going to be overbet in here. We haven't seen him run since January of last year. I'm taking a shot against him. And this is where I want to just kind of spread out a little bit and use all the horses who I think have a shot. True Temper, major, major player. Versatility in those 2 races, can pass horses, but could also be forwardly placed in here. The 1, Red River Rebel, comes off of a string of really nice efforts and is a 5-time winner here, has faced tough company. We'll also take a look at horses to the outside, like the 9 and the 10. You've got Super Watson, who, you can eliminate that last race, but he's certainly capable of competing when he shows up with one of his better efforts. City Mischief is the very same. This horse has a really high A game when he comes in with a better effort. And now he's going to go 3rd, start off the layoff. 2, 1, 9, 10, possibly even the 5 at a big price, Hunt Master. So the approach in this pick 5 sequence, I'm going to be singling in race 5 and then we'll be against the heavy favorite in race number 6. And that's going to be my approach in the pick 5 on Thursday at Woodbine. Remember, this pick 5 starts in race number 2. It's a $50,000 sequence. And anytime you're playing the races, any track all over, you want to head to drf.com. You can get free past performances with DRF bets. Good luck on Thursday over at Woodbine.